We're recording.
No.
This is staying in the recording now because we're recording. In case
Say
you didn't know, we're
say the
recording.
warning. Say the warning.
No. Okay, fine. 1 second. Warnings! This episode of Fanatic Fiction contains massive spoilers for the story Final Dreams of a Filly. If you have not read this story, click on the link provided below and go read it. If you have read it, enjoy. Or else. Jerks.
That was glorious.
Hey, what's up? I'm the Fallen Tragedy, and I am joined by, I think, 3 co-hosts. Who are you, co-hosts?
You can't even count.
He stopped there for a second.
I did. Okay, who are you?
I'm Lightning.
I guess I'll go. I'm the toothless and sensational AR.
Okay.
And I am Surefire.
And I
Right,
cannot say
this-
toothless.
With this special episode of Fanatic Fiction, these 3 here will be reviewing Final Dreams of Ilya. And you may be asking, what do you mean these 3? I mean, aren't you the head of this? And I am,
No.
but frankly, I was too much of a pussy to read the story all the way through without bawling my eyes out. So these 3 are going to be reviewing it for me.
Because I didn't cry in the story. I win. I don't think.
So-
Thank you. I'm not the only one who didn't cry.
Without further ado, here are these 3.
Hi.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
guess
dun,
since
dun,
I'm
dun,
missing
dun,
some
dun,
teeth,
dun,
yes, I have a list right now. I'm going to warn you because I sort of had tooth surgery. Anyways, we're going to have Lightning go ahead and lead off the basic synopsis of the story.
As usual, of course.
As usual.
So, let's see here. First thing I want to mention is that the story was really short. They broke it up into 4 chapters, but it really was more like a one-shot length. It was only 5,806 words. So I don't know. They chose to do it in chapters, but it doesn't really need to be done that way. So let's see here. Scootaloo. Yes, Scootaloo is the main.
Yes, more Scootaloo stories.
By the way, just a quick note here. If you're looking for this on FimFiction, it is not called Final Dreams of Ophelia. If you're looking for it on FimFiction, the entire title is I Couldn't Wake You Because You Can Never Wake Up Again.
I don't know why they changed the name of it. Personally, I prefer the other one, but there may have been another story. Anyways, we'll have the link in the description for both of those titles, whichever way you prefer.
Whichever one you prefer,
Yeah.
whichever site you prefer reading it
whichever
on.
format you prefer reading it in.
By the way, I don't think we mentioned the author of this yet.
No, go ahead and mention the name of him.
This is written by Amber Wings.
Ah.
Yes.
So, let's see here. Start this off. Scootaloo is the main character of this story, and at the very beginning you realize that she is...
Sleeping in the cold.
Right,
In
she's
the
sleeping in the
clubhouse.
clubhouse.
Like most stories, she's homeless and sleeping in the
Chris,
clubhouse.
shut up. You're
Not-
not part of this.
Not homeless, she's an orphan, like most fanfics portray her to be, and just doesn't want to be at the orphanage. So she's been sleeping there for a couple months. Granted, now it's getting colder, it's getting into the winter months, and...
Winter tends to be cold.
Right. So she's... The very first 2 or 3 paragraphs is just describing her trying to bundle up in the clubhouse and stay warm.
Giving a bit of backstory as well with her thoughts and past ideas and other stuff. Mostly her thoughts. It sort of goes through, and just you get a basic idea of a bit of backstory, not too much in detail and depth. And my lisp is horrible right now, but you get the idea of what's going on with her situation and everything.
Right. Next thing that happens is that it's sunrise the next morning, and she realizes that there's a mare standing in the room with her. And she describes it as like it's a mare that's it's an alicorn, but it's like she's gray. She's got a white mane. Her
Old-looking.
horn broken in half, and she's got this very sad expression on her face. And if I'm not mistaken, Scootaloo is thinking that she woke her up and said, what's going on? Why'd you wake me up?
Mm-hmm.
And this is when
she's crying now.
No.
This is when the Alicorn gets really sad and says, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't wake you up because you
never woke up this morning.
You never woke up this morning."
If somebody sings Sweetie Belle's song, I will cry though. I'm warning.
Oh, I gotta do that now.
No,
well,
no.
Anyway, this is when it gets this is when the story starts getting sad.
Yeah.
Because
Scootaloo's dead. Of course it's gonna get sad. Scootaloo's dead.
She realizes that she's dead because she can see her body laying in the.
Sorry, there's a bug flying by my face.
and before
man up,
what else can happen? The other two Team Crusaders, it's Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom, end up coming into the clubhouse.
And they're all cheering and shouting, and they're all blah, and then she's like, Scootaloo, get
at first, like,
I don't know where it's going.
At first, it's like, get up, this is weird for you, you're usually one of the first ones up.
Yep.
And I think it's Sweetie Belle that ends up going over to her.
No, Apple Bloom goes on over. Apple Bloom's the one who goes over and starts nudging her,
isn't Sweetie Belle the one who actually touches the body?
And tears come to her eyes, and Scootaloo is sad as well because it's her spirit watching this scenario happen in front of her, where she sees herself dead and her friends looking over her dead carcass, and then basically, and so Apple
Don't
says,
say carcass, that's not nice.
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it. I'm just making I'm just gonna start making up terms as I go. No, but
well, you were technically correct, so just
exactly. But what happens is that Apple Bloom says, "Sweetie Belle, you stay here, and I'm going to go over to get Applejack, and she'll know what to do," or something like that. And so she runs away, and Sweetie Belle, basically, doesn't she go to Scootaloo and starts like petting her or something like that?
She pulls her next to her and starts singing "Hush Not Quiet Now."
Yep.
Yeah. It was really emotional in that point in time. Really sad that she starts singing "Hush Not Quiet Now."
Mm-hmm. Let's see. After this, what happens is that oh crap, I don't know.
It skips forward. It skips
forward to the funeral.
Yeah, that's right. It does skip forward to the funeral.
So you kind of get the idea that Apple Bloom came out with Applejack and said, and told her what the deal was, and they got this funeral together. This was probably the saddest part of the story was the funeral, and it's Scootaloo and the Alicorn. I don't think they ever mention what her name is.
Nope, they don't give her a name.
I don't know if they give her a name.
They're both standing right next to the casket, and one by one, the ponies come up and say.
You should also mention that since she didn't have a family, the coffin was actually donated from what was it? Someone donated a coffin, basically the coffin owner.
Well, or whatever, just donated it.
Yeah, so she got a free coffin. Yay! And
well, how was that a yay? You monster!
No, no. See, getting a coffin when you're dead is a good thing because it's respect. So it is a yay. She got a coffin. At least she wasn't just thrown in the ground and dug up and dug away or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the first thing
the town gathered up. It says here the town gathered up a collection, and the Mordican was even kind enough to donate a simple black coffin for the sake of holding her.
Yep. Oh, I got mail. Sorry. Moving on.
Just keep going.
Anyway, at first, they just have a couple minor characters, just, incidental people that come up and they're talking, and that's when the Alicorn turns to Scootaloo and says,
it's time for you to choose your heaven.
Well, yeah. You have to decide what your heaven will be because
death does not believe in punishing the innocent. So
she didn't live her life full enough to do anything wrong or anything truly wonderful or anything truly wrong, basically. And so she's given the option to choose her own heaven.
And so, and she says, once you choose, you can never go back.
Yep.
Your heaven can change. You have to do it on your own, and I can only help you with the first time, so please make your decision wisely. And before she can answer is when Sweetie Belle and Rarity come up. And as the Fallen Tragedy had said before, Sweetie Belle does come up and sings this song.
Yeah, it was wonderfully written. I did enjoy reading that song they had.
For her.
I'm not going to sing it.
Sing it.
The sense,
I love it, but I don't know what the melody is.
It's calling her an angel.
Yep.
Just.
And how she wishes she could join her, but she has no wings.
Right.
More
I have
poetry,
not
though.
wings to follow you, and I know not where you go. I cannot fly to heaven far to ever let you know. But your wings were made for angels, irreplaceable in their worth. So goddesses have now taken an angel back from earth.
Right.
Yep.
It is really. I would love to hear.
I would really love to hear this.
I'd love to
background
hear an
music.
acoustic version of that.
Yes,
Yeah,
someone make that now.
I'd like to
I
hear.
hate you guys.
Oh, my mouth!
We're gonna
Darn
send
you!
it to you if that ever gets made.
Make me
I'm
laugh.
so sending that to
I'm
you.
gonna beat you up, and you're gonna fear my wrath.
So
AR Wrath?
and-
Oh, don't make me laugh.
Sweetie Belle continues on and says, "You're the best friend a girl could have."
Girl, you're my
And,
best friend. And then you gotta go down like that. And then I'm gonna miss you.
I could
And I'm gonna kick you now.
Apple Bloom.
You're gonna make me cry.
And
Sorry.
Apple Bloom with that voice would
AR,
be
you need to
great.
just calm down.
I'm sorry. I need to take my medicine. Anyways.
It's the medication, guys.
No, it's not.
Right.
I'm not even taking my painkillers at all. So, I'm just taking my
Oh,
antibiotics.
painkillers. Oh, yeah, that solves everything.
Now it goes back to Scootaloo, and she's feeling a little sad because
I
there's
wonder
one
why.
person hoping to show up, and that hasn't yet.
Mhm.
And she starts thinking to herself, "I guess I wasn't really important to her." And
And then she hears some, the gates, or not
That's
the
what-
gates, something.
that's when she hears, the gates open.
Yeah, and she
Um,
sees Fluttershy pushing Rainbow Dash in.
Right, and Rainbow Dash is going, I can't do this. And eventually Fluttershy pushes her over and says, "You can, I know it's hard, but you gotta,
She
it's going to be
stares
hard
at
for a
her
little
until she
while,
goes.
but you'll never get another chance to do this." And this is the part of the story that really got to me. And Rainbow Dash comes up to the casket and starts talking to her. And before she even gets one sentence into it, she just starts crying. And
Yep.
just says, I
Just like
should have
Chris did.
known. I should have paid more attention. You depended on me, and I was blind to your problems. And
Sadly, that wasn't
She
in
actually-
song form.
she says that it's my fault. I should have
No.
taken you in. I should have adopted you, pretty much. And it's really cool. That's one thing that from this fandom that I love is just the fact that Rainbow Dash would adopt Scootaloo as kind of like a sister. I always thought that Rainbow Dash would be a great big sister for Scootaloo, and she's kind of acted like that in the show.
Yeah, on occasion. Anywho, moving on.
One example being the Showstoppers episode when it's Rarity, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash that go backstage to talk to the Cutie Mark Crusaders after they do their performance.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So after Rainbow Dash finally says goodbye, she puts her crown from the Best Young Flyers competition on
casket.
the well, in the casket with Scootaloo.
No, wait,
Oh man, I
yeah,
didn't
it was
get that far. That's sad.
And
I'm enjoying Chris's sadness right now. But Fallen Tragedy, I'm enjoying your sadness. Let's continue, please.
I'm
so-
still waiting for that acoustic version for the song.
I can make
Who's
one.
gonna make it? Me?
I can make
No, it's gonna
it.
be-
I can actually make it.
Do it.
AR,
Do
no.
it. Do it.
I will.
Someone will make it. But anyway.
Someone who's watching this, go out and in like garage
all
band,
two of
go
you.
make
So
that
one of
now.
you two
Yeah,
guys
all
watching
of
us,
you.
go make it.
So at this point in time, Scootaloo, it goes a little bit into this. The fact that she gave her the best young flyer's crown is a big deal because it's like Rainbow's pride and joy. It was like her
It's her pride and
happiest memory that she's ever had, and she gave that to Scootaloo as like a final gift. And this is when finally Scootaloo makes her decision. She turns to the Alicorn and just says, "I've decided." And
Dun dun dun.
she realizes what she wants to do with her heaven, and it goes a little bit. The mayor goes into her thoughts, saying, you know, she's heard over thousands of years and heard so many different heavens, and she was wondering what this filly
Because each heaven
would
is different in its own.
right. And so Scootaloo asks, "Okay, how do I do this? What do I do now?" And she just says, "Will it to be, and be sure, because there isn't going any back. There isn't any
There's
going
no
back."
going back the moment you choose your heaven.
And so she nodded and closed her eyes and went to what her heaven was. Now, this is where the story takes a little bit of a turn. You have to think, okay, what is truly happening here? Because there's two different ways to take the ending of this story. The fourth chapter, it goes into
her waking up with a burning sensation in her lungs because she's waking up from hypothermia.
And she realizes that she's in the back of an ambulance. And she gets taken to the hospital, where she's greeted by all, you know, I think Applejack and Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, and Rarity and Rainbow Dash are all there.
No, I don't think Rainbow Dash is there just yet. Is she?
Not
I
yet.
think she was. She might have been. I don't know. Moving on.
She wasn't there at first.
Moving on.
Random silence.
Yes.
But eventually she does show up, though. And as Scootaloo wakes up, she says, "It wasn't their fault, it was mine. I was ashamed. I was being scared of being taken back to the orphanage if any pony knew, so I lied to every pony because I was scared of saying goodbye." And that's why she was in the clubhouse to begin with. And Rainbow Dash is the first one to talk afterwards, and she says, "I'm leaving. This is something I should have done a long time ago." And that's all she says before she leaves. And so Scootaloo's freaking out. She's like, she's like, "No, please don't go." And Fluttershy is the one who goes after her to find out what's going on.
And you don't find out until the next day.
Right. She finally goes to sleep. And
she sleeps.
She wakes up and she wakes up and I think, huh?
I was just saying you're struggling to say what happens after you fall asleep. What happens after you fall asleep? You wake up afterwards. Oh, okay.
You wake up.
You wake up.
Well,
but
first you sleep and then you wake up.
Yeah, and you might dream, but there was no dream for Scootaloo. So anyway, Scootaloo wakes up in the morning, and she notices Rainbow Dash has fallen asleep on a chair to the opposite, to next to her, or the opposite of the room. I can't remember right now, but she's sleeping on a chair.
And almost right away after she wakes up,
she's in a chair next to her.
Okay,
the morning light, it wakes up Rainbow Dash as well. And so Rainbow Dash wakes up, says good morning, and Scootaloo is expecting her to lecture her, tell her that, you
should have done this, yada, yada. You should have gone to some pony and told them what was going on. You should have just stayed in the orphan, stuff like that.
Right. Rainbow Dash comes over and says, "I'm sorry about last night. I was angry at myself. I've done a lot of stupid things and I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to start fixing them, starting right now." And she says, "How would you feel about moving in with me? How about me adopting you?"
Yeah.
Last night made me think a lot about things long and hard, and I was scared of losing you. We all were. So if you want to, if you can forgive me for being so slow, you never have to be alone again, and you can come home. That was probably the most heartfelt line I've ever read in a story, and probably why I love this story so much. Now, the end of the story, that's pretty much the end. This is where it starts making you question things, because as she's
leaving the hospital,
as she leaves the room after that, she realizes that there is another mare there. The same one with the broken horn and the
yeah,
gray and white.
It just said there was a mare there with sad brown eyes, is the same mare that she saw earlier, but she didn't recognize it as that same mare, so you don't know if that was a dream before or whatever.
And so it kind of makes you think: is this the heaven that Scrulu chose, or is she still alive? And it kind of leaves you to draw your own conclusions.
Yep.
And
that's the whole of the story.
The final sentence is, she would be the one to choose. She would be the one who chose all the pains and sorrows of life, so that every moment of happiness and joy was her own little piece of heaven that she would never have to wake up from again.
Mm-hmm. And that concludes the story. So now we're going to give some thoughts on it. Since Lightning talked the most, we're going to have Surefire here go ahead and give his thoughts on the story and his ratings.
Well, I rather liked it. People said I was going to cry. I didn't.
I didn't either.
Heartless bastard.
Watch your mouth.
We're just going to give him like 5 minutes of crying over the microphone. But anyway, it reminds me a lot of... Have any of you guys seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I thought you were going to say Up, but yes, I have seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, it does actually, now that I think about that. That was actually a good movie, too. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it was. That's why I thought of that pretty much the entire time. It's probably the reason I didn't cry, but still. I thought it was actually really good, though.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you'd like to give on it? Any feedback or anything? Concept? Blah? Nope, that's it?
I didn't see any grammar errors right off the bat.
That's always good. You don't want to be seeing grammar errors in too many stories. I guess I'll go ahead since Lightning still did most of the talking. Personally, I did enjoy the story. A very well done story. Not one of my favorites, though. I didn't cry, like Surefire didn't cry either, and Chris is gonna blame me for, and he's just gonna mock me for that or something like that.
You're a heartless bastard too.
Yep, that works too. You're a pansy, Chris. Befallen Tragedy. So, all right, now then, the story itself I did enjoy. Very well written, but personally, it seemed fast paced for me. It got you into the story right away and got you out really quickly. It was a quick story that just got you in and out quickly. It seemed a bit fast paced to me, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with fast paced stories. I just personally enjoy longer scenes and longer stories, how they draw them out sometimes. That's just me, though. That's my preference. Not everyone else's. Still a very well done story, and I did enjoy reading it. And yes, those are my thoughts. In my list.
But yeah, like you said, yeah, it is really short, but it does have the ability to create an emotional response almost right away.
Yeah, it does. It just matters on your personality. If you're like Befallen Tragedy, you'll cry your eyes out by page 2. If you're like being Chris, you won't cry at all.
Page 3, asshole. Get it right.
You still didn't make it the whole way through.
There are pages to the story? Anyways.
You know what I mean?
Well, if you count like the 4 chapters.
Oh, well, yeah.
You didn't see the very end.
Either way, Lightning in the second, your turn.
Right. Well, I actually did. I was one of the people that did cry for this story. Granted, I didn't do it. Befallen Tragedy didn't just stop. I was able to read through the entire thing.
It's so much fun making fun of him. I'm enjoying this. Can we retitle this as We Make Fun of Befallen Tragedy, crying to the story we're reading to you?
My people have a saying, fuck you.
Your people
Anyway.
suck.
My people have a saying too. My people have a saying too. Deal with it.
My people have a saying too. We lost it actually. We don't know what it is, but I'll find it sometime.
Wait, I thought your phrase was, "Hi guys, would you like some hamburgers?"
No, that's the judge.
No, it's huzzah
That's
ass.
the judge's phrase.
Yes, huzzah
Huzzah
ass
ass.
is my phrase. Moving on, lightning second.
Right. This one is one of my favorite one-shot. Well, it's not a one-shot. It should be a one-shot. Anyway,
Pretty much is.
Scooter and
It's short enough to be
Red Ash are easily my two of my favorite characters from the show. This relationship that they have is like my dream. I love this relationship that they have, which just makes the story even better. So I really liked it. The fast-paced idea of the story is not something that I really think is a bad thing. I like to read stories that are kind of fast like this. One-shots are usually actually my favorite
My
stories to
chair's
read.
squeaky. Sorry.
I don't have a preference over one-shots versus really long stories.
Just really long stories are hard for me to get into because I'm like, oh god, it's going to take forever to read. But this one was really good.
Which is why, before anyone asks, no, we are never ever reading Fallout Equestria for this.
Yeah, that would just take forever to read, and we can't do that in 1 week.
That is true.
And
I
Chris
started
will
that
probably
4
cry
months ago, and I'm
before
still
you'll probably
not
cry
that
again.
story.
Oh, it's just a boring ass story.
Oh yeah, because of this. Wait a minute. Wait, do you like Scootaloo? Oh wait, stupid question. Oh yeah, right. Then whatever you do, don't read Fallout Equestria.
Wait,
Well,
why?
she's not my favorite CMC. In fact, she's my least favorite, but still.
You cannot simply dislike a CMC. You like them.
Well,
but you
Sweetie Belle is best CMC.
Sweetie Bell's my favorite.
That's why I
but
lost
still
it.
enjoy Scootaloo.
Yeah, Sweetie Belle's my favorite.
That's why I
Squeaky's
lost it when
second
she started
favorite.
singing that sad song.
All right.
Anyway,
Because you read it in her voice too.
so that being said, why don't we go into grades? Surefire, out of 10, what do you give the story?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with a 10. You know, I didn't get the crying like you and Chris did, but you know, I still thought it was a really good story. So, yeah.
I'll go ahead and give it an 8.5.
Any particular reason?
Just mostly because of my preference for fast-paced stories, in a sense, for stories that just jump in and out into a scenario and everything. That's just my preference, though.
Okay.
Very great concept and great story overall, though. I did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'm gonna give it a 10. Just flat out of 10 because I love this story.
Besides, if I gave it a 10, then it'd be 10s across the board. So I'm not gonna conform to the group. I'm just gonna be apparently random. Anyway, Befallen Tragedy. What is your rating?
Chris, what do you think of the story?
Give the story a 1! Terrible!
You are a bastard.
Stop making me laugh. You're making my jaw hurt. Dang it.
So just everyone,
Chris, now tell us what you really think.
disregard Befallen Tragedy's answer.
Yeah, Befallen Tragedy, no, really, what are your thoughts on the story from what you've read? You have some opinion of the story. I know you don't like it because it made you cry, but that's a terrible reason to not like a story.
That's a perfectly fine reason.
No, it's a horrible
That's
reason.
not a good reason, though.
I reject reality.
And substitute my own. Let there be cotton
Yeah.
I
candy
cried
clowns
during
everywhere.
other stories that were easily much worse, and yeah, I didn't say those were bad.
Hey, at least we didn't read what Tom Goes to Ponyville.
Wait, what's that?
The worst fanfic in fandom. Right. No, really, Befallen Tragedy.
I thought you were about to say ever.
Yeah, no, it might as well be. No, but Befallen Tragedy, what is your honest opinion?
I don't know.
He's just gonna sit there.
He's like in a
cry.
corner. He's in the corner in the fetal position, going like, "Oh, guys, don't make me talk about it."
You know, think about it. Then sooner or later he's gonna have a dream about the characters, and then one of them's gonna die.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, it was too damn short. It was too damn short. They try to put it into this multi-chapter thing. It's not a multi-chapter story. It's a one-chapter story that the author was dumb enough to split up into 4.
It still works for it.
I don't know about that.
For me, that's not really a bad thing. It's just like a slight nitpick.
Yeah.
The way she wrote this is like each chapter is a scene change, and she didn't need to do it that way. But I mean, the chapters break up that way. But yeah, it didn't need to be done that way.
But it fits for this kind of story. So your reality is false, Chris. I don't know. Oh, I got mail.
Anyway, I think that since we already gave our scores, that pretty much wraps up this episode. Yeah. Chris, do you wanna finish this up?
You're all fired.
So can I build a boat and then we can row away on your tears and then we can all just leave and go home now or something?
Well, he's not Mr. Krabs crying, but
I'll give you $1 million. Sorry, that's okay. Moving on.
No, that's his saliva. That's different.
Yeah, that was gross. Right. Anyway. Yes. Since Befallen Tragedy doesn't want to give an outro, I guess I'll go ahead and sing a song for you guys. Sing a song that...
Hush now, quiet now. Do it.
No, I was going to sing a song that everybody knows. That gets on everybody's nerves. Fine, I'll sing it. Hush now, quiet now. It's time to lay your sleepy head. Hush now, quiet now. We're going to run away and turn off this review. Bye.
Bye.
Is anyone else going to say bye? There, you said see ya. At least say get out of here, Befallen Tragedy.
Asshole.
Good job.
Good